Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So I have been doing the monthly deep dive reactions for a while now, and you guys seem to really like it. And I've never been on the ball this much. The deep dive for the latest champion was posted less than an hour ago, so we're gonna check it out right away. Really excited for September champions. We have Shathra, our Summoner's Choice champ that we voted for, and then Count NEFARIA, who's some dude I never heard of until a couple weeks ago, and he looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and start with Shathra, since this one literally came out 32 minutes ago. So let's jump in.
Is going on, summoners? You voted for her. Now it's time
What's up,
to
Mike?
see what she can do. Today,
She looks
we're
so
talking
gross.
about Shathra.
I love it.
So, sit back and relax, because it's time to get into it.
Definitely seems like a good maestro counter, but how good of a serpent counter is she? That's what we need to see.
Shathra enters the contest with Astral Wasps. Her light and medium attacks inflict indefinite astral eggs on the opponent. This amount increases while stunned and maxes out at 500 stacks. Whenever a buff on the opponent expires naturally, she also inflicts eggs. And when Shathra activates a special attack, each egg hatches into an indefinite Astral Wasp. During her special 1 and 2, her Astral Wasps attack. And for each level of the special, the opponent takes energy damage every second per 10 wasps. When fighting a defending Shathra, tapping the block input swats away the bugs, removing 12. And if there are none, eggs are removed instead. Now,
that's cool.
Shathra
I like
has
that.
abilities that kill her own
That's
Astral
really funny.
Wasps
It's like you're swatting away the annoying wasps. It's really funny.
to trigger different effects. Charging her heavy kills 180 per second to power steal 35% of a bar of power from the opponent. Doing so grants 425% of the power to Shathra. Additionally, the potency of the mid 25% of the power to Shathra.
It's like she was taking his power fairly well. Still not like that good.
Grants
Like, look at this.
425% of the power to Shathra.
She didn't even take him below a bar. She literally didn't even take him below a bar.
Additionally, the potency of the Mystic Dispersion Mastery is reduced by 50%, but each rank increases the percentage of power gained by 15% flat.
Okay, that's
Her
nice.
fourth light attack kills 30 wasps to nullify 1 buff on the opponent. And for every
Was that 30?
15 wasps to nullify 1 buff flat. Her fourth light attack kills 30 wasps to nullify
30's not
1
bad.
buff on the opponent.
30 wasps for 1 buff. Okay. Okay.
And for every 15 killed, their bodies dissolve into a vulnerability passive for 10 seconds, paused during her heavy charge and special attacks. These vulnerabilities max out at 35 stacks.
Vulnerabilities are really good. That's what Absorbing Man has, and like his damage ceiling is insanely high because of those.
Now,
so it's a good damage
Shathra
source.
starts each quest with 0 vengeance charges, except in Battlegrounds, where she starts with 2. And when she defeats an opponent, she gains 1 charge, but gains another if the opponent was Cosmic or a Spider-Verse hero. These max out at 3.
Bro, that was a cool special 3. Look at that. She just opened up a portal.
Gains 1 charge, but
that.
gains another if the opponent was Cosmic or a Spider-Verse hero. These max out at 3, and for each vengeance, she gains increased attack. And once per quest, she can consume 1 charge to place a Wasp Totem crossfight, enhancing the next Spider-Verse hero to enter the fight.
Oh.
This
That's
enhancing
lame. I thought, never mind. I saw poison immunity and I was like, oh, but yeah, it's not for her. Okay.
the next Spider-Verse hero to enter the fight. This ability grants poison immunity and a passive fury for 10 seconds each time poison fails, maxing out at 3 stacks. Also, when performing an evade, autoblock, or miss, a 5-second timer starts, making all special attacks passively unblockable during this time. And not only that, there are certain Spider-Verse heroes who gain different effects if they're a Wasp Totem. So, keep an eye out for all the possibilities. Now, let's check out her special attacks. On activation of her Special 1, she inflicts a non-stacking 70% atrophy passive for 18 seconds. This is refreshed when performing any special attack. This can't have its ability accuracy modified by Cosmic Champions and disables the Stand Your Ground mastery.
This cannot have its ability actually modified by Cosmic Champions and disables Stand Your Ground mastery. Okay. Atrophy is really nice. It lasts 18%. You can keep refreshing it. I believe what atrophy does is it lowers the duration of buffs. So that's really good.
While active.
I like that.
Additionally, the final hit inflicts over...
Like the only other champion I can think of that has atrophy is Kindred. And he's not really known for his offensive prowess. Right?
300 astral eggs. With the Special 2, on activation, she inflicts...
Oh, it looks like she's not going red here. Did you guys see that?
With the Special 2, on activation, she inflicts 5 vulnerability passives. If activated after the first hit of her heavy attack, she inflicts an additional 10 vulnerability passives. Also, if activated while performing or charging a heavy attack, this special is passively unblockable.
I do like unblockable specials. It's nice.
The Special 3. As an attacker, this special cannot be activated unless she's charging a heavy attack. And when she does, she inflicts a stun passive for 3.5 seconds and gains a regen passive, healing 10% of her missing health over 8 seconds. This also recovers 1.5.
That was kind of sick.
And when she does, she inflicts a stun passive for 3.5 seconds and gains
super
a regen
heavy
passive,
charge,
healing
steal
10%
that power,
of her missing health
pop the special
over 8 seconds. This also recovers 100% of missing health caused by energy damage from damaging effects. Now, let's check out her signature ability.
What we got for the Sig, Mikey?
When awakened, as an attacker, she starts each fight with a regen passive, healing up to 5% of her base health for each stack of vengeance over 4 seconds. Additionally, whenever a buff on the opponent expires naturally, she has up to an 80% chance to inflict a vulnerability passive. And
more damage.
If she's defeated while she has any vengeance, she gains 1 additional vengeance.
Okay.
Now, let's see those.
I just the awakening ability doesn't seem that good. Just the regen is what I really like, especially because in Battlegrounds you have 2 charges, so you'll start with a nice passive regen in BGs. That is pretty nice.
Bugs in action in the champion rotation.
Let's see the rotation, Mikey.
To begin, strike the opponent to start planting your eggs. You'll inflict more if the opponent is stunned. Launch your Special 1 to inflict atrophy, hatch your eggs into wasps, and plant over 300 more. Continue planting your eggs. Then, charge your heavy to kill your wasps in exchange for power steal and vulnerability passives. Chain your Special 2
That's so
after
much
the
power.
first
Look at that.
power steal and vulnerability.
Like, he's below a bar. Look how much we're stealing.
Passives.
Look at that. That is
Chain
crazy.
Your Special 2 after the first hit to inflict even more vulnerability and watch your wasps
a lot of
attack.
damage too.
If the opponent isn't already melted, you can use your remaining wasps to power steal again and finish them off with that stinging Special 2. Now, if the opponent has a lot of buffs, she'll inflict those vulnerabilities much quicker, giving those bugs a lot more bite. Not to mention, the Mystic Dispersion Mastery combined with her Power Steal lets her launch those special attacks at a very rapid rate. And hey, if you find yourself in a matchup attacks
like, look at this.
Mystic Dispersion Mastery...
Cersei is well over 2 bars here. And he just starts heavy charging after her heavy. And he's only at a bar. So it's safe to heavy charge a near Special 3 opponent.
Combined with her Power Steal lets her launch those special attacks.
Look at that. He gains like over a full bar that quickly within the heavy animation. And then just rip another Special 2. That's wild.
And hey, If you find yourself in a match
wild.
with tons of energy damage, her regen from her special 3 will heal 100% of the damage taken from energy damaging
This
effects.
is really nice. That's
Also,
cool.
that
like that.
long passive stun makes it almost too easy to charge that heavy into a gigantic special 2. So enjoy those red numbers, but just make sure you bring the bug spray. Thank you for watching this champion deep dive for Shathra. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the Battle Realm.
Wonderful video, Karate Mike. Yeah, I'm just saying I need this Bug Queen, dude. She looks really cool. Yeah, seems like a very powerful attacker, which is something that this year has not really had a ton of. So really excited for her. I think she seems like a pretty cool Summoner's Choice champion. I don't have a full opinion yet. I need to play her. Really excited to try her out, especially in a battleground setting. Yeah, I'm excited. But all right, now we're going to talk about and watch Count Nefaria, because I'm actually more excited about this guy. Even though Shathra's Summoner's Choice, I'm very excited about her. But this dude, man, let me just say this before we start. This guy, to me, in my mind, is what Sentry could have been. Let's get started.
What is going on, Summoners? We're back here today with another champion deep dive. Today,
Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. That's
talking
so cool.
about Count Nefaria. So, sit back and relax, because it's time to get into it.
This guy looks so good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this.
Count Nefaria enters the contest full of ionic energy.
Wait.
Nefaria enters the contest full.
Granting immunity to power, steel, bleed, 90% shot. What? What? I didn't even know he had immunities. Oh my, this guy just keeps getting better. What? Fully immune to bleed, 90% shock and incinerate resistance. That's very, very good.
Full of ionic energy, granting him full immunity to power steal and bleed effects. He also has 90% shock and incinerate resistance. When Count Nefaria would perform a well-timed block against a basic attack, he has a 100% chance to evade the hit. This also happens when blocking the final hit of a special with a well-timed block. This evade has a cooldown of 11 seconds. But this cooldown is ignored when evading special attacks. When evading, Count Nefaria counterattacks, dealing a burst of energy damage and inflicting 2 energy buildup debuffs. If the opponent's special is punished after evading it, he inflicts an energy vulnerability debuff for 18 seconds. Now, whenever his opponent fills a bar of power, they gain 15 stored energy. Also, for every 1% of the opponent's max health or power they would gain from a buff or passive, they gain 2 energy. This happens even if the opponent's regen or ability power rates are reduced. And when the opponent reaches 10 stored energy, it's automatically converted into an indefinite energy buildup debuff. Additionally, he gains 10 ionic charges when performing a well-timed block, but he loses 20 when he would be inflicted with a bleed effect by a non-mystic champion. Ionic charges grant a scaling attack bonus, maxing out at 100 charges. They also grant scaling physical, energy, and degen resistance, maxing out at 100 charges. And upon reaching 100 resistance, maxing out
6,000 physical energy and 90% degeneration resistance? What? What?
out at 100 charges. And upon reaching 100 ionic charges, he activates Ionic Overcharge for 17 seconds. While overcharged, all of his attacks are non-contact and deal energy damage instead of physical. Additionally, the opponent's regen and ability power rate are reduced by 95%, and he gains 60% of the power denied in this way. Ionic Overcharge is paused during his special attacks, and he loses 100 once it expires. Now, let's check out his special attacks.
Wow.
On the final 4 hits of his special 1, he devours 2 energy buildups. And for each one devoured, he gains 16 ionic charges, 2% of his missing health, and 9% of a bar of power. With the special 2, on activation, he gains a Fury passive for every 10 ionic charges. These last for 16 seconds and max out at 15 stacks. The final hit inflicts an Incinerate debuff for 6 seconds, but against Mystic champions, he inflicts a Plasma instead.
Ooh, Plasma's
Now,
OP.
the first hit of any special attack deals a burst of energy damage if it's the first or second hit after his counter attack.
Not the Doctor Strange matchup. His evil twin, bro. On God.
The Special 3. At the end of this attack, he gains 50 ionic charges and triggers Ionic Overcharge. He also pauses it for 10 seconds. Now, let's check out his signature ability.
Oh my God, he's already good. What else does he have?
During Ionic Overcharge, he passively regenerates 80% of the health denied to the opponent due to
the
any
Scorpion
reduced
ability.
regen rate.
Oh.
Also, when the opponent
God.
gains 20% of a bar of power from a passive or buff within 0.5 seconds, he instantly gains 50 ionic charges and triggers Ionic Overcharge. This also triggers when they gain 8% of their max health within 0.5 seconds for any reason. Now, let's get nefarious in the champion rotation.
Oh my God.
To begin, perform a
Show me, Mike.
well-timed block to evade and start inflicting your energy buildups. Then, parry to gain ionic charges. While on cooldown, you can still evade the final hit of special attacks, and doing so inflicts your energy vulnerability. From here, launch your special 1 to devour those energy buildups and enter Ionic Overcharge. Continue evading and punishing the opponent's specials, and then launch your special 2 to activate your Fury and unlock those big yellow numbers. If the opponent isn't already knocked out, just keep cycling your special 1 and special 2 to keep Ionic Overcharge active and keeping those Furies topped up. Now, if you're up against an opponent with passive power gain, triggering Ionic Overcharge will reduce the power by 95% and grant Nefaria 60% of the power denied in this way. And yes, this includes Mystic Dispersion, and that all makes it a lot easier to launch those giant special 2s and keep those nasty Mystic Defenders at bay. And hey, that 95% reduction also triggers against regen. And with the Despair Mastery, that regen reversal can get pretty potent. Also, his Awakened ability allows him to regen up to 80% of the healing denied to the opponent, keeping that health bar as big and yellow as his numbers. Thank you for watching this Champion Deep Dive for Count Nefaria. And hey, if you liked the video and want to see more, click subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, join the official Marvel Contest of Champions Discord and come discuss. And remember, we'll see you in the battle realm.
Literally, this should be Sentry, bro. This should be Sentry. Holy man. This is an S tier level science champion. Oh my God damn. I am predicting this guy to be one of the best champs released so far this year. Definitely. Easily. Offensive wise. Holy fudge, dude. He's got so much going on. So he's got so much utility. He's got bleed immunity, incinerate, and shock resistance. He's got degen resistance. He has energy and physical resistance. Like, he's got damage. He's got power steal. He's got regen control. He's got big yellow numbers. He's got evade. What? Dude, this guy. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. So there is going to be a way to get this man as a 7-star through some web store whaling. Now, I am inclined. After seeing this, I am very inclined. Also, they didn't show him fighting Serpent in any of this, but I think he should be a viable option for Serpent. With all of his, healing, control, and power control, even against Serpent, it's going to be reduced since he's not Mystic, but it should still work, I think. So if he works for Serpent, too, like as good as I think he can, potentially, it's going to be hard to not wail for this guy. Also, he is a part of the next saga. And we will be able to get a 7-star Saga Awakening Gem. Shathra will be a part of the saga as well. So yeah, I don't know which one. I mean, I do know which one. Count Nefaria, I think, is who I would awaken if I had both the 7 stars. But yeah, I don't know. It's very early. These are just deep dives. But holy crap, am I alone here? Or do you guys also agree that September looks like the best month of this year so far, champion release wise? And I'm on team Nefaria all the way. I love Shathra. I voted for her. I think she looks cool. I think she looks really fun. But this dude, I'm a sucker for this type of champ, dude. I really am. Like, I like it. I like it. Feels like Havoc, Scorpion, and like Absorbing Man all in one. That's what this guy feels like to me. Plus big damage, big yellow numbers, big red numbers, so much utility, so much resistance, like so much control. Science class is so good, and this is the science god I've been waiting for, dude. As a 7-star, holy crap. Yeah, I am super hyped, guys. Very, very excited to hear your feedback in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think of these 2 brand new champions. And as always, big shout out to Karate Mike for crushing it on the deep dives as he does every month. Karate Mike, I love you, buddy. My alliance leader. I'm not just saying that because he could kick me at any moment. I'm saying that because he's genuinely one of the best guys in the community. Big shout out to Karate Mike. That's going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy the breakdown, the reaction, the review of these deep dives. Drop a like. If so, subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm going to continue to be uploading these deep dives every single month and try to be early with them like I did this month, especially if the champion releases keep being this exciting for the rest of the year, which I think they will. Stay tuned for all that. You all have a great day. Peace.